Here is factors affecting selection of materials. When choosing materials for wall or floor finishing, consider the following factors. The first one is initial cost. Initial cost can be reduced by using available materials in the region. By using available materials, we can reduce transportation costs and the cost of the material will be reasonable. And the second consideration is durability. Durability is used not only the long life of the material, but also to reduce the maintenance costs. The other consideration is hardness. The material should be hard enough to resist loadings acting on it. The finishing surface should be smooth in order to protect accumulation of dirt and dust on the surface. And the finishing material should be easy to clean. The other consideration is appearance. This is in order to achieve architectural requirement or aesthetic appearance of the building. Sound insulation and thermal insulations are used to enhance the occupant's comfort, used to save energy, and used to reduce environmental impacts. So we can achieve these requirements by using reflective insulations, by construction of cavity wall, by installation of external shadings, for example, and by selecting quality materials like fiberglass. And the material should have good fire resistance in order to protect different high heat. And the material selected for finishing work should be easy to maintain in order to improve the overall performance of the building. Here there is another point to be considered for selection of material. Selecting materials for wall and ceiling are different from materials used for floor construction. For example, large area materials are available for wall and ceiling finishes than floor finishing materials. On the other hand, walls and ceilings are not exposed for stresses coming from the walking or vehicular traffic. So we can use materials having thinner sections than floor covering materials. The other point to be considered is local tradition. Local tradition has significant role in selection of materials for building construction because preserving local tradition reinforces the sense of community. For example, climate. In hot climate regions, the society might prefer mud for construction of walls. And we can use mud as a construction material for wall construction. This wall is constructed from mud block. We can construct buildings by using mud blocks. The only thing that we have to do is adding our knowledge and some technology in order to fulfill the society's demand. So these are stabilized mud blocks. By using these stabilized mud blocks, we can construct large story buildings even G+4 and G+5 buildings are constructed by using this block. It is used to reduce the cost of material, and it is used to protect the heat. This mat is used as also a load-bearing structure. It can transfer the loading from the superstructure into the foundation. So we can use mat for different structures such like this. And we can incorporate the method of construction of the society into the modern building construction technology. And some material might have symbolic importance for that society. The other thing that you have to see is sustainability. Based on the culture, the material should perform properly and adaptation to hazards. Some regions might prone to different natural disasters, for example, earthquake, flood, wind, and different natural disasters. So the community might have a cultural construction to protect that problems. So we have to incorporate their tradition in order to select the materials of building construction. This is a video to demonstrate the damage of natural disaster on buildings. Protecting buildings from natural disaster is crucial for ensuring safety and maintaining damage. There are some strategies. For example, building earthquake-resistant structures by giving attention such as foundation design, reinforced materials, and structural connections. To protect buildings from flood, choose elevated landscapes and avoid flood-prone zones. The other method is preserving natural barriers through landscaping choices. This is the damage of tornado on buildings. We can protect the damage of tornado on buildings by clearing the surrounding of buildings from structures that could be fallen on the building during tornado. The other thing is hurricane. To protect the buildings from hurricane damage, we can install aluminum rain screens to allow drainage and evaporation during intense heritage. Remember, the building regulations, the Sustainable Development Plan, and the urban plannings play significant role to mitigate these natural hazards. By implementing these measures, we can enhance the safety of occupants and the safety of built environments. This is another topic which is called maintenance of building. Building maintenance is the process of retaining or restoring a building to an acceptable condition. Buildings need regular checkup and immediate rectification of small problems to keep the building in a good condition. There are different types of building maintenance. The first one is preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance is a type of maintenance performed before the problem is occurred. The second one is corrective maintenance. Corrective maintenance is a type of maintenance after the problem is occurred. For example, repairs, replacing broken items, and restoring functionality is corrective maintenance. The other one is predictive maintenance, utilizing data and technology to predict when the machine can fail down. So we can predict the potential problems of the building. That is called predictive maintenance. Building maintenance is needed for damaged facilities of buildings. Damaging of facilities may have different reasons. For example, not following simple civil engineering techniques. That means, for example, the joint of two different materials might not be considered, such as metal and cement mortar. Flexible material should be there in order to seal the joints. Otherwise, the crack will be developed due to these joints of different materials, and it starts the penetration of water inside the building. Another point is plumbing pipes running all over the building and entering the building should be taken into consideration at entry points, because it should be leakage prone area for the future, because different materials have different coefficient of thermal expansion. The other reason of damage of building facility is lack of awareness about building maintenance. We have to avoid leakage and seepage problems. For example, small cracks on the plastered surface should be sealed by using damp-proofing materials. Otherwise, that cracks will get bigger and it can be the cause of water entry into the structure. That water might be the cause of corrosion in the reinforcement bar inside the structural members. That members are columns, beams, and slabs.